Team Sentai. I'm Mars Girl today. We're still looking at Battle Fever J, episodes number 36 to 42. Not too much major storyline driven sort of changes throughout these last 7 episodes. However, there were some really fun and cool events. I'll go ahead and pinpoint some monsters that you might have missed had you not watched the last 7 episodes. We looked at Bomb Monster, Four-Faced Monster, Skull Mushroom Monster, Hide Monster, Study Monster, Mechanical Doll Monster, and Electric Monster. The episode with Bomb Monster only made so much sense because Maria, Miss America, has a cousin who's getting married. She gifts her cousin with this little musical box, and then that musical box gets swapped out by Salome for a fake musical box that is actually a bomb, and when Maria finds out, it's like seconds before this bomb is gonna go off, and she's like, oh crap, and she throws it out the window, and then it explodes, and then her cousin's like, hey, why are you trying to kill us? Are you jealous of us having gotten married? And it's like, why would you think that? She just saved your lives. The whole episode is kind of comical and kind of bizarre, and features a police officer who is just so obsessed with his job that he needs to get the person who did this bombing, even if it's Maria, the wrong person. Episode 37, which features this four-faced monster, which takes the form of a little island fishing village god statue, has one of the most hilarious sequences I've ever seen. Hi, Cattail. Right in the beginning of the episode. So Salome and other members of Agos are trying to blow up the statue, or at least take the statue with them so that they can get the statue's powers. But this little boy in the fishing village sees it and he's like, no, I gotta protect the statue because the statue's gonna have my dad come home safely. But they're already in the middle of setting up the bomb, and so when the kid goes to protect the statue, he blows the hell up, and then you watch him ragdoll tumble down the cliff. It's hilarious, and if it were just me, I'd be like, oh, well, that poor child is dead. Well, I guess not. I guess the statue god thing saved him, but man, blown the hell up. Hilarious. It's in that same episode, though, that Battle Fever actually has a really hard time defeating the enemy, and so it turns out they need some other external help because Pentaforce isn't blowing up the enemy. And instead, the general, the Battle Fever general, you know, dude you always see in suits and stuff, comes running in traditional tabi kind of socks and sandals and stuff, and carrying his sword. And it turns out that the electric sword attack that the Battle Fever Robo can do, he too also uses that kind of sword style fighting, and it's the general who blows the hell out of the monster of the episode, and it's fantastic. He himself is awesome. I wish we had more episodes about him. It's mentioned briefly back, I believe in episode 35, that Commander Header isn't getting enough crap done around there, so he's sent off to his room and locked away for an undisclosed amount of time, and that leaves Salome put in charge of things under Satan Agos. And I'm like, oh, I guess we're not going to see Commander Header for a while, but actually he shows up like 2 episodes later, and he's back pretty permanently looking, so I don't know what that was about, but, cool. I was perhaps most hyped by episode 39, which featured Shinji Todo, the same actor who the previous year had just played Toei's Japanese live-action Spider-Man. I think he's a fantastic actor. He has fantastic body movement and facial expressions and everything, and it turns out he was the villain of the episode. He doesn't start that way. He starts as a good guy who just kind of laments his life, but Agos kind of takes advantage of that and promises to cure his illnesses and keep him alive forever if he just joins Agos, and he's just kind of like, okay. And then he turns into like this hilarious vampire-type monster with this fantastically caked-on makeup, and they call him Hide Monster because he kind of goes between himself and this monster. He kind of Jekyll and hides a little bit. But it's a really well done episode, and the actor is a fantastic actor, and you see him pop up occasionally over the years throughout lots of different tokusatsu, all kind of produced by Toei. Perhaps the least effectual monster of these whole last 7 episodes was Study Monster, who appeared in episode 40. And Study Monster, like Egos, why did you even give birth to him? Because, like, yes, he's smart. He has an IQ of 500 or more, something like that. And then they don't set up a plan for him, right? Like, he's just born, and he just decides what it is he wants to do because he's so friggin' smart. And he's like, I want a study partner. Like, none of the plan actually helps further Egos accomplish anything at all whatsoever, and so they just start kidnapping really smart children. Then Battle Fever has to protect really smart children who haven't been kidnapped yet, and then Maria ends up tricking Study Monster because she's like, I bet you've never learned how to dance, and he's like, you're right, I haven't, and so she teaches him how to dance, but by doing so, like, he's lulled into a false sense of trust, and eventually they blow him up, so it's like, what was even the point? There was no plan to this monster. This episode was completely useless. I think each one of these episodes, in their own way, had their good parts, but really the parts you're looking out for, again, are watching that kid blow the hell up, the general coming in and being a badass with the electric sword style attack, and then episode 39 where Shinji Todo shows up for his nice little cameo appearance, and then he has to blow up too. Sorry, I like him as an actor, but he was a bad guy, I guess he had to go. But past that, the series is not progressing very far as story-driven stuff is concerned. Perhaps that will happen within this next week, these next 7 episodes, because now we're getting down to the wire. I believe it's another 10 episodes left to go, so I'll be doing just 2 more videos on Battle Fever J, and I'm looking forward to plowing through to the ending. I have gotten behind, especially since I just got back from Japan this past week, and so I didn't get the opportunity to watch the episodes I had intended to watch. So I'm playing catch-up right now. Hopefully, very soon actually, I'm getting laid off from my day job, which is a fantastic thing, because I'm going to be pouring all of my focus into video production, and I'm going to get caught back up to where I really wanted to be watching these episodes on a now daily basis, the way I had originally intended and originally started, and I'd like to get back on the trajectory I was on, which means playing a lot of catch-up and doing a lot of marathoning, but I think it's going to be worth it. So thanks as always, you guys, and thank you to the Patreon contributors who continue to make this and many other things happen. If you'd like to learn more about it, or if you'd like for me to do a request review of anything you'd like just for you, check out patreon.com/MarsGirl, and I'm going to help you get something really cool, fun, and interesting out that you have requested. And as always, check out marsgirl.tumblr.com, where I am writing synopses for each one of these episodes. Thanks again as always, guys, and I'll be seeing you next time.